Thank you.
Thank you. I took like 7 or 8.
Hello, dear friends and families. We are here this evening to support our candidates. We are here to support our candidate because they carry the cause that we want. We are here to listen our candidate, and we are here to interact with our candidates because we want them to know about our voice, and we want them to win for the next election, November 4th. And ladies and gentlemen, please, our candidate, Mr. John Foust, is here, and I would like to invite him here. At the same time, I would like to invite Mrs. Foust, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to welcome our candidates. We are here to support our candidate, and there are many other friends. There are many friends and candidates representative, the campaign director of our Senator Mark Warner, Marvin Figueroa. Please raise your hand. He is there. At the same time, Loudoun County District Chairman, LCDC, Ms. Valerie Suzaki here. And there are many other people that I cannot name everyone in this evening. But welcome to everyone. And to welcome to our candidates, to welcome to our guests, please give them a big round of applause. We can support in many ways, actually. There are many ways we support, and there are no options. We cast our vote to make a win. First. Second thing, we donate to make a win. And third, we can be the volunteers for the election day or the before, so that we can make our candidate to win. To list our, please list your name, please contact her so that we can be the volunteer and we can support our candidates. I think if possible, let us carry some flyers, let us carry some banners to our community, to our neighbors, and let us distribute those flyers to our neighborhoods. Let us step up to make our candidate to win. And ladies and gentlemen, this evening we are a little bit late, but I think we will be very brief and will be very productive. At the same time, I would like to invite our little girl who will sing the national anthem, Prakriti Devja.
I'm going to be voting for you indirectly because I can't vote yet, but I'll be voting for you through my parents. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
Wow, isn't that beautiful? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again. We are delighted to welcome you all here. And as you know that we have one single common agenda for the night, that is let our Congressman, next Congressman John Foust win this 4th of November's election. Now, I would like to request Miss Manju Sangraula by putting khada. What khada is basically it's a traditional Nepalese way to wish all the best. Basically, the way we do these things is, you know, when somebody goes with a hope for the victory and something very special kind of events, and that is when we put those, you know, this silk scarves basically, and with all the best wishes. And I would like to request Ms. Sangraula to put this khada onto Dr. Foust and Mr. John Foust. Thank you. Now the next one is, I would like to request Ms. Sarita Sharma and Bhavani Sharma to put Khada, that one of those as you know that, November 4th is so cold, and everything in the morning. We need something to warm up our congressman, next congressman, and that's, I would like to request her to put some kind of khada and muffler to Mr. John, to Bhavani and Sarita Sharma. Inform you that we have received some information from Senator Warner's office, because we try to invite Senator Warner to these events also. Due to his hectic schedules, he gets stuck and he couldn't make it, but he sent his political director to address this, and I would like to invite Ms. Manju Sangrola again to put this khada on to the representative from Senator's office to put this khada on to welcome this event. Marvin Figueroa is the political director, and we would like to welcome him also in this event. Thank you. Now, we are all here, and Democratic Party is working very hard to give equal right to our, diversified community in this Loudoun County, and I would like to thank her for coming in tonight also. Now, I would like to request again to Marvin Figueroa to share a few words on behalf of Senator Warner, because we desperately want Senator Warner to win this November 4th elections, and I respectfully request you to cast your vote on November 4th, because regardless what they said, what polls said, what media talks about, if we did not get everybody to go out and vote on November 4th, so that is what we definitely need. And I would like to share, Marvin, about what we can do by our community to support for someone like Senator Warner to re-elect on this election.
I want to thank you all for the opportunity to be here. I want to thank the future Congressman Foust for allowing me to be here as well. I just want to say thank you to all. My name is Marvin Figueroa. I work for Senator Mark Warner, and I'm originally from Honduras, this country in Central America. And looking over you, what Mark Warner always says is that you are the new face of Virginia. That when you look around all our communities in Virginia, there's a lot that immigrants contribute. And he is very supportive of it, and we hold the same values, right? And so we've been pushing a lot for immigration reform. We've been pushing a lot for better jobs in our communities. We've been pushing a lot more for better schools, and as well as reducing student debt. So a lot of things that Senator Warner is working on is stuff that you all find important, and that we're going to work together to make sure it comes to realization. And so thank you again for allowing me to be here. I will give this to him when I get to the office, and really appreciate you. Please do vote on November 4th, and not only vote, encourage your friends to vote, because we need to win, because there's a lot at stake. So thank you very much. Namaste.
Now, I would like to request Valerie Suzak of Chairman Loudoun County Democratic Committee to share a few words with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here tonight, and thank you to Harry. He's also a member of the Democratic Committee, an outstanding member, and he's done so much for our committee. So when he asked me to join you tonight and to come up here and speak, I was incredibly honored. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you all being here. It's wonderful, and our future, in less than a week, Congressman John Foust. I've been all over the campaign trail with him, kind of following him around at many events, and we are in the final week. We need to do everything that we can to get John elected. He supports immigration reform. He was one of the biggest fighters to get the Silver Line to come out here, which helps so many people in this area, brings jobs to this area, which is something that everybody needs, eases the transportation problems, and it really is invigorating the area, especially when it comes out here to the airport. But right now, it's already open in Fairfax, and we have to thank John a lot for that. John is a huge supporter of education. He got full-day kindergarten passed in Fairfax County. Amazing, because we don't have that here in Loudoun County, and it's something that we truly need for our children. He's a big supporter of reducing debt for college students, which is something, when I went to college, I was able to go and come out and not have a ton of debt. But now, people going in, when they come out, it's very difficult. And it's especially difficult for, different communities being able to afford to go in, and you can't come out because you can't get it. When you come out, you can't get a job, and the interest on those loans is so much. But John is going to go to Congress, and he's going to help us, and he's going to fight for things like that. Healthcare, that is something that John is going to go to Congress, and he's going to fight for. That's something that we all need. John believes that every person should have health care. And that's something that I think is important for every single American. So I think, as was said earlier, John, we all need to go out and vote, but it's not just us here in this room. Please go out, talk to all your friends, remind them, go out and vote. This election, this is a tough district. It's going to be won probably by a few hundred votes. That means every single vote counts. Your vote counts. And that means we need to go out and tell all of our friends, everybody, your vote matters. And that's what's important. Please tell all your friends. And if you're able to, we've only got a few days left. We're going out, we're reminding all of our supporters, hey, you've got to come out and vote. And that's why Kathy is over here. And let Kathy know. Kathy, raise your hand again. We're going out this weekend, and we're reminding all of our supporters, please, please come out and vote. And so if you can take 2 hours, I think there's probably how many people in this room, Harry? I would say over about 100? 100? When you go out for 2 hours, you can knock about 30 doors. So you can do the math on that. I mean, think about how many doors that is, how many people you can remind to vote. And that can be the election right there. That's the election won right there. And that's how much of an impact everybody in this room can have. So I thank you again for all coming here, and thank you for your support for John Foust and Senator Mark Warner.
Thank you very much. Now I have a couple of announcements. I just got a call from our Attorney General's office that we have invited our Attorney General Mark Herring here also, but unfortunately he could not make it. He was not feeling well, and he sent all the best wishes to us and success of this Nepalese American community here. And also we received a call from Senator Warner's office. Now I would like to inform you few things related to John first, because we all live in this 10th precinct. Most of us live in this surrounding area. Now, why should we vote John first? I have 5 different reasons I want to bring your attention, and that is exactly the reason we need to vote him. Because John is the person who always fight for immigrants like we, who came pursuant to the happiness to United States and settle with our children here. By the way, we have here Anusha, who is like, just turned yesterday say to 5 years old, and like Rishan, who is less than 6 months old. These people came to attend this event. That means there is something, we do need person like John who cares about our children and who always fight for the best education system we should have, as we go on. And that is what he has been doing in Fairfax County. He was a board of supervisor, and he was the one who was fighting for this silver line to bring this metro transit so that we will be less in this traffic congestions in this constituency. He always fight for equal right and also those medical affordable healthcare kind of system. And he's the one who has been able to consider this Fairfax surrounding area as one of those internet hub. Today, 90% or even more, all the internet goes through this Commonwealth of Virginia, because he has been able to convince big business like CSC and Hilton to bring their headquarters from all over different part of the world to our country to this Commonwealth of Virginia, or specifically within the Fairfax County. That helps our economy, that helps our job opportunity. So that is one of the reasons I always see on John that, always fighting for these immigrants and equal rights and, opportunity. Basically, I was kind of debating myself this morning, when Val talk about, what are the beauties, and when of John, that we should be voting, because we have witnessed that, John Bell lost by very few votes, not even less few vote. When there was another, Attorney General's last time election, there was a very small difference and count and recount kind of situation. At this point, I respectfully request you to go cast your vote, go volunteer yourself to John Foust, and also, contribute whatever you can to succeed him. And we are hoping that he will, and we are praying for his victory on November 4th, so that he's going to remember rest of his life that we Nepalese people, community, Americans, are how liberal and warmly we welcome him in this, event, in this Minerva. Without grassroots voters like you and I, it is not possible to win any election. Therefore, I respectfully request you to contact one of our, leader communities, coordinators like Kathy, and here is Randy, and all these peoples are there to help you, support you, and I can assure you that John's door will always be open for your valid cause, and regardless, we respectfully request you to contact his office also if there is anything we can do to make it better, especially our community's issue. Having said that, I would like to welcome our next Congressman, Mr. John Foust, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Art. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you all for coming out tonight. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. One of the beautiful things about running for office is that you get to meet so many new people and make so many new friends. And I feel like I have really been fortunate to meet you, Ari, and he's opened so many doors. One of the best nights I've had in this entire struggle for the past year was at the Nepalese New Year's, which was just an awesome, awesome event that I enjoyed immensely. And so, I just want to thank you not only for the warmth and hospitality and your willingness to support me, but for everything that the Nepalese community is doing to contribute to the larger community in Northern Virginia. We're a very, very diverse community. It is because of that diversity that we are one of the greatest places in the world to live. We work together, we take advantage of each other's special gifts and talents, and we in Northern Virginia just have so much to be proud of, and so I thank you for that. I am on the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors. Some of the things that I have been doing since getting on the board have been mentioned tonight, but I want to just give you a little brief rundown and then talk to you about what I hope to accomplish when I go to Congress. I have one of the challenges I had when I went on the board was that the economy tanked. I got elected in 2007, and we all know what happened in 2008 to the economy. So I've spent the last 7 years focusing on trying to be fiscally responsible, try to bring the economy, the county out of the challenges of a great recession, but at the same time, stay focused on why we have local government. What are the people's priorities? So we've been able to continue to invest in education and public safety, and actually to, as has been mentioned, to bring full-day kindergarten to all the elementary schools in Fairfax County, despite the economic challenges. And the reason we've been able to do that is because we've been working smarter. I'm chairman of the audit committee for the Board of Supervisors, and we've looked at ways to make government more efficient, to save tens of millions of dollars through the budget process and through the audit process. And as a result, Fairfax County today is strong, and it's still delivering the types of services that people expected before the Great Recession. Some of the other things that I like to focus on are transportation. I have, as has been mentioned again, that I was a leader in helping to bring the Dulles Rail project to Fairfax, ultimately to Loudoun County. And it's a game changer. It not only is a wonderful transportation improvement, it's very good for our environment because it's going to enable us to get a lot of people out of their cars and into mass transit, but it's also a wonderful economic development tool because you combine that metro rail with all the revitalization planning we're doing along the route of the rail, and projections are in excess of 100,000 jobs will be created in that area as a result of those developments. So we've got all that going for us. I'm pretty excited about what I've been able to accomplish on the Board of Supervisors. One of the things I am most proud of is that throughout the time I've been on Board of Supervisors, I have made it my mission to reach out to diverse communities and to help bring them into government through boards, authorities, and commissions by making appointments that I have, numerous appointments I'm able to make. And I think that's so important because, we all need to have a role and a stake in our government. And so that's been a good process. As I am running for Congress now, I have been for a year and will be for another 4 days. And that's pretty exciting to me to finish up this process. But I do want to point out that because of the work I've done and because of my outreach to the various ethnic and religious and the diverse communities in Northern Virginia, I have been endorsed by all the Asian American Pacific Islander elected officials in Northern Virginia. I've been endorsed by Anish Chopra, who is the former Chief Technology Officer for the United States of America. And I am looking forward to working with all ethnic communities when I go to Congress. All ethnic, immigrant, and minority communities will have a friend when I go to Congress. And I'm very much looking forward to working with the Nepalese community. I know you'll find me, and I will find you. Yeah, I know, and I am so looking forward to it. We all deserve representation, and that'll be my role. Yeah, but when I do go to Congress, there are a lot of issues I want to focus on. I'm not going to keep you from dinner by going through all of them, but I do want to touch on some really important ones. First, education and jobs. Like many of you, I suspect, I was the first member of my family to go to college. I came from a working class background, so my parents couldn't afford to put me through college, but I was able to find work in the steel mills and on the railroad, and I was able to earn enough money to pay for my tuition. And ultimately, earned a bachelor's degree and went on and got an MBA, and went from there at night, full-time for 4 years, working full-time and going to school full-time at night to get a law degree. I am going to work in Congress to make sure that everybody has access to an affordable college education the way I did. I know it's a game changer. It enables everyone, no matter what your background, it enables you to get a start and to really take advantage, if you work hard, to live the American dream like I have. So that's one serious goal. On immigration, I absolutely believe that we need an immigration system that reflects our values as a nation, open and welcoming. We need an immigration system that takes advantage of all of our potential, that enables people to come out of the underground economy and to be full participants and contributors to the American economy, the economy of our nation, which we need that talent today more than ever because we're in a global competitive race and we need that talent of everyone. And the way we're going to do that is by passing comprehensive immigration reform, the type of bill that was passed by the United States Senate, which provides for legalization through, after you go through the checks, you pay your taxes, pay your fines, you get legal status, gives you a path to citizenship, expands the H-1B visas. It does so many things. It advances the DREAM Act, which of course, people were here, these kids are here for, when they came here when they're 2 years old, they are Americans. Their parents may not be documented, but they are Americans and they deserve to be treated that way. So the comprehensive bill that passed the Senate does so much to resolve our immigration challenges, and yet when it went to the to the House of Representatives, the Republicans killed it. And we can't have that. We got to change that. We've got to pass that immigration reform. Now, I'm also, equality and diversity are very, very important to me. When I go to Congress, I will make sure our laws respect diversity, protect minorities, and protect individual freedoms and civil rights. I think that is the place to start. Before we accomplish anything, we have to make sure that we're all treated equally under the law and in reality, and I want to make that a priority. So let me finish by saying that, the most important right we have to exercise as citizens of this great country is our right to vote. And, there's so much we need to do to protect it from the attacks that are placed upon it by people who only want people who look like them to be able to vote. So we're going to make sure that we protect everyone's right to vote, but we also want to make sure that everybody exercises their right to vote. I should say, I want you to exercise your right to vote and go out and vote for John Foust on November 4th. But what I'm going to say is, I want you to exercise your right to vote, regardless of who you vote for on November 4th. It is not only your right, but your responsibility. So get out and vote on November 4th, and please, please, please help encourage others to do so. It's going to be a very low turnout election, and we want to have numbers that we're proud of in terms of our voting performance. So please do that. And finally, I just want to say that this is, very special evening for me. When I walked in here and saw how many people were here, I was surprised. I go to a lot of events, and this is a large, large crowd. I know that I know how much time it takes to do these types of things, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate the interest and the support that you've shown. I also want to say before I close out here that we in Virginia are fortunate to have two of the best United States senators in the United States Senate. One of them is up for re-election this year, and it is our duty and responsibility to make sure he gets re-elected. Mark Warner is doing a fabulous job in Washington. So, I know the Loudoun County Democratic Committee's fired up. I know you're fired up. We're fired up. My wife is fired up. And let's go vote. Let's get everybody out, and let's win this thing on November 4th. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Foust, our next Congressman for 10th District. We really appreciate all your kind words, and we really thank you for all your time and your attention to our minority within this 10th District. And we will hope and pray and do every effort that within our capacity to see your smiley face and victory on November 1st and November 4th, and we will come to congratulate you wherever you are. Now, having said that, I don't want to take you too much time. I would like to request Dr. Foust to share a few words, and then after, I know you all are hungry here, foods are ready, and
people that we've met, how many people have been welcoming, and we want you to have a voice. We want to represent, John wants to represent all of you, and I just have to say one thing about my husband. In the last year, it's been difficult. There have been a lot of ups and quite a few downs throughout the campaign, things that you wish had gone differently. My husband has always awakened every morning with great resolve, great resilience. I am more proud and more in love with my husband now than I ever have been in the way he has conducted himself during the campaign. He is a man of great integrity, and I can say that because we've been married for 30 years. So I can just promise you that there's absolutely no doubt that John is the kind of person that you want to represent you in Congress.
We really appreciate all your nice words, and now I would like to request on behalf of this Women Association of Northern Virginia, or basically Nepalese American community, Vijay Shah, to welcome our next Congressman, Mr. Foust. Vijay Diju, you want to? Vijay Diju is Women Association's president, and thank you very much, Vijay Diju. Having said that, now I would like to do, this is more like an interactive kind of, events, and if anybody has any question to our next Congressman Foust, I would like to request you to raise your hand and start something real quick, because, like our dinner is getting ready, and if there is any questions. After the question.
First of all, I think the issue that you have elaborated are the kind of the right issue that we all really appreciate, and we really agree on that. And I think all the Nepalese community members are going to vote for you. We are going to energize this election. This is a great opportunity for our community too. But, I take interest in politics, and I have been watching the campaign. And what I found is the Democrats are not really aggressively coming out on some of the very progressive agenda which they have taken in the past. For example, the affordable, healthcare program, minimum wage kind of thing. And it looks like they are shying away from this issue. These are very progressive, all-inclusive kind of the program. And we want to see the Democratic, senatorial candidate, Congress, candidate for the Congress to come out very aggressively on this progressive agenda. Because if they don't come out, aggressively on this, then what happens is that whatever the Republican agenda is there, that is going to be established in the whole, general population. And the people, many people are very much ignorant about some of this very progressive, agenda the Democrats have been raising for the past so many years. And that needs to be established at the population level. So that is the one, thing that I have, observed so far. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gopi. This one was more like a piece of advice than the question. So answering his or addressing his issue, that is exactly the reason we need our candidate, Dr. John Foust, for in this Congress office, so that he understood exactly what our concerns are, issues are, and how Democratic Party's agendas need little more active, and what kind of vision he has to take it, and what kind of short-term, mid-term, and long-term goal he's going to lay down is he was pretty much clear. But at the same time, since you want to add a few things on that piece of advice.
Yeah, I'm happy to say I agree that it doesn't get discussed enough, but I have definitely on my website, and and I bring it up more often when I'm with my opponent, because it's usually a debate back and forth about those types of issues. But certainly increasing the minimum wage is something that I support. I do support the ACA. I know there's fixes that are required. My opponent wants to repeal it. I support equal pay for equal work. My opponent has called that a left-wing agenda. So trying not to get too much talking about my opponent tonight, keeping it on a positive note, but usually those types of issues, we're on opposite ends of the spectrum, and I agree with you. That's why I'm a Democrat, is because of those types of issues. Caring about the working man and woman, caring about ensuring that everybody gets an education, whether they come from wealth or they come from a background like my own, working class background. These are reasons I am a Democrat, and we do talk about them when we have the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Foust. Now, I would like to request Mr. Prem Sangraula to thank everybody, because I want to emphasize here, you all are very respected guests, and we really appreciate from bottom of my heart for coming in this event. But again, Mr. Sangraula is very good on that, spelling each and everyone, like our media friends, Mr. Ball to Mr. Vijay Thapa. He has been doing a lot of activity to, sharing this information all the way up to you on that, and Mr. Thapa here. So I would like to request Prem Sangraula ji to continue, everyone to thank. And in the meantime, when we start, this dinner, Mr. Foust will be here, and feel free to, share any concerns, any issues, any advice, and please let him know exactly how he can accomplish this victory on November 4th. What can you do to see him as a winner, and we can visit him to Capitol Hill, next time, and to congratulate him. So I really appreciate all your time, and would like to hand it over to Mr. Prem Sangraula.
He has already made half of my job, so I don't need to talk many things. So thank you, everyone. We see media friends are here. Maybe when I start naming everyone, then I may forget everyone name and whatever. So all the media friends are here, and we really appreciate your effort, time, and everything. Thank you so much. And actually, I would like to give a big thanks from my bottom of my heart that you are here in the weekdays after maybe 1.5 hour drive from far away with all these traffic jams. So your interest, your passion, and your support for your cause is really appreciated, and I really want to thank you everyone for this. And now we are ready for the that you have donated today to the party, to the candidates, and we are donating this for the cause, for our own cause that we just raised here. For example, our minimum wage, it should be up, because if I am poor, then my neighborhood cannot be rich. So, And we need to have the shared prosperity for everyone, not some people, just the top 1% or whatever. So everyone should be in a way that the opportunity, the shared prosperity should be gone up. So friends, I would like to thanks again this evening. Thank you so much for your presence here, and thank you so much, Mr. Foust and Mrs. Foust, and everyone from the Democratic Party and volunteers. Thank you so much, and enjoy the dinner.